Joanna Duggar's husband admits to breaking courtship rules. Fans of the Duggar family know just how strict their courtship rules are. Physical affection is strictly prohibited, and they also require chaperones. But in a new interview, Joanna Duggar's husband Austin Forsyth seemed to reveal they skirted around the rules. How much did Joy and Austin get away with before officially marrying? Did Joanna Duggar and Austin Forsyth engage in pre-marital affection? With so many children in the Duggar family, most fans suspect at least a few of the couples engaged in premarital relations to some degree. After all, even kissing is forbidden in serious courtships. The goal is to ultimately preserve all forms of physical affection for marriage. But did Joanna and Austin break those rules? Joy and Austin's breaking courtship rules confirmed, one Reddit user posted on the platform recently. First, since this is a snark community, let me be clear. I listened to Duggar and Jeremy's interview with Austin and came away finding Jerem even more insufferable than before. Anyway, Austin talked about Justin being his and Joy's chaperone. Austin admitted he would tell Justin to go into another room or go sit in the truck so he and Joy could talk. I am not saying they broke all the rules, but this seems to confirm what some of us believe, that they did more than hold hands prior to marriage, the OP continued. Some make-out session or something had to have happened to get Joy all horned up that she announced at the wedding that she and Austin would be leaving soon. Redditors discuss the meaning behind the interview. Overall, it's tough to say exactly what happened. Unless Austin or Joanna directly confirms what happened before their wedding ceremony, fans can only speculate at this point. Some Duggar fans thought the interview confirmed rules were broken, while others weren't so certain. Other Reddit users on the thread wrote, "I didn't get the vibe that they did anything more than talk. Joy previously said in a Q&A that she did wait to kiss until marriage, and while she's glad Austin was her first kiss, she wishes they had done so at engagement rather than the altar. Not shocked. Even before they got together, she was, if we weren't fundies, I'd throw myself at you at the end of the first 8 levels of horny for him for ages." Let's be honest. The courtship rules really only pertain to the girls. I think people are reading too much into this. They just wanted to have private conversations. Joanna Duggar and her husband, Austin Forsyth, have long been known for their adherence to the strict rules set by the Duggar family. But when Austin recently admitted to breaking courtship rules before their marriage, it sent ripples through their conservative community and reignited conversations about the pressures of purity culture. The Duggar family, made famous by their reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting, is known for their deeply conservative Christian values, which include rigid courtship guidelines. These rules are designed to prevent any physical intimacy before marriage, often limiting couples to side hugs, chaperoned visits, and supervised text messages. For years, the Duggars have preached the virtues of these rules, presenting them as a means to preserve purity and honor God in relationships. But what happens when someone from within their ranks admits to stepping outside those boundaries? In a candid revelation, Austin Forsyth admitted that he and Joanna did not entirely adhere to the Duggar family's courtship standards. While he did not disclose the specifics of what rules they broke, his confession was enough to surprise fans who assumed the couple had followed the guidelines perfectly. His honesty has sparked a wave of speculation and discussion among followers of the Duggar family, as well as critics of their strict upbringing. Many have questioned whether the high expectations placed on young couples within the Duggar family create unrealistic pressures. Courtship, as practiced by the Duggars, is intended to foster emotional and spiritual connection without the distractions of physical intimacy. However, some argue that these restrictions can lead to guilt and secrecy when young couples inevitably struggle with natural emotions and desires. Joanna and Austin's revelation is not the first instance of a Duggar-adjacent couple pushing back against these stringent courtship rules. In recent years, several Duggar children have deviated from their family's strict standards, including Duggar Duggar, who has been vocal about questioning her upbringing. This growing trend suggests that even within one of the most famous fundamentalist families, perspectives on relationships and courtship are beginning to shift. Some fans of the family have expressed disappointment in Austin's admission, viewing it as a failure to uphold the standards that the Duggars have long promoted. Others, however, have applauded his honesty, noting that it humanizes the couple and highlights the unrealistic nature of such rigid rules. Purity culture, as championed by families like the Duggars, has come under increasing scrutiny in recent years. Critics argue that the emphasis on abstinence and strict boundaries can create shame and anxiety around natural human experiences. By acknowledging that they did not perfectly follow courtship rules, Austin and Joy-Anna may have unintentionally sparked a larger conversation about whether these rules are beneficial or harmful. Austin's admission also raises questions about how the Duggar family, particularly Jim, Bob, and Michelle, view the situation. In the past, the Duggars have enforced their rules with strict discipline, making it clear that any deviation from their guidelines is unacceptable. However, with more of their children branching out and making their own choices, it's possible that the family's stance on courtship may soften over time. At the heart of this revelation is a simple truth. Relationships are complex, and no set of rules can account for every human emotion. While Joy-Anna and Austin's admission may shock some, it also serves as a reminder that love and commitment are about more than just following a predetermined script. As discussions continue, one thing is clear. Joy-Anna and Austin's journey is their own, and their willingness to be open about their imperfections may ultimately help others who have struggled under similar expectations. Whether this revelation will lead to any larger changes within the Duggar family remains to be seen, but it certainly adds another layer of intrigue to the ongoing story of one of America's most watched conservative families. For years, the Duggar family has been known for their strict courtship rules, a set of conservative guidelines meant to uphold purity and honor before marriage. From side hugs only to supervised visits and chaperone dates, these principles were designed to prevent temptation and ensure that young couples remained focused on their commitment to God. However, in a surprising revelation, Joy-Anna Duggar's husband, Austin Forsyth, has admitted to breaking these rules during their courtship, sending shockwaves through their fan base and reigniting conversations about the effectiveness and reality of such rigid relationship structures. Breaking the mold. Austin's candid admission. Austin Forsyth, who married Joy-Anna Duggar in 2017, has always been perceived as a devoted and disciplined individual. He came from a family with values similar to the Duggars, making his entrance into their world seamless. But as the years have passed, he and Joy-Anna have become more candid about their experiences, including the moments when they veered from the expectations placed upon them. In a recent discussion, Austin admitted that he and Joy-Anna did not perfectly adhere to all the courtship rules that the Duggar family enforced. While he did not elaborate on every detail, his admission suggested that the couple struggled to maintain the rigid standards set before them. "We were definitely careful and wanted to honor our commitments, but we weren't perfect," Austin confessed. "We pushed the limits more than we should have." His honesty caught many fans off guard. Given the Duggar family's history of promoting their lifestyle as ideal, Austin's words felt like an admission that even the most disciplined individuals can struggle with such stringent restrictions.